Beloved, there will come days when the ground beneath you feels unsteady, times when your strength runs dry and your laughter seems lost somewhere in yesterday. You will look around and see the piece of your life scattered, and you will wonder if you are meant to stay broken. Life has a way of pressing us, of testing us, of placing us in the fire. And in those moments when life breaks you, you will feel as though you are standing on the edge of yourself with nothing left to hold on to. But here is a truth you must carry: being broken does not mean you are finished. A seed must split before it can grow roots. The shell of an egg must crack before life inside can emerge. The dawn only comes after the deepest night. In the same way, your breaking is not your ending. It is the place where your becoming begins. Yes, beloved, the pain of being broken is real. The disappointment, the betrayal, the loss, the failure. It can take the air out of your lungs. You may cry until your pillow is wet, until your voice is hoarse, until you feel empty. And still, the hurt lingers. But I tell you this: do not curse the breaking, for though it feels cruel, it is shaping you in ways you cannot yet see. When life breaks you, it strips away the illusions you once held so tightly. It removes the people who are only with you for a season. It reveals the truth about what really matters. And it leaves you with yourself, your raw, unpolished, authentic self. And though that feels lonely, it is also the place of rebirth. Think of the clay in the hands of the potter. It must be pressed, spun, and even placed in fire before it takes its final form. Without the breaking, the clay remains shapeless. Without the fire, it cannot hold water. So it is with you. Beloved, hear me. Pain is not always punishment. Sometimes pain is preparation. It is preparing you to carry greater blessings. It is preparing you to understand deeper truths. It is preparing you to stand taller than you ever imagined. But when life breaks you, you must decide: will you stay broken or will you rebuild? Some people stay in the ashes of their brokenness. They replay the pain again and again until it becomes their story, their identity, their cage. But you, beloved, you were not created to remain in ruins. You were created to rise. You must gather the broken pieces of yourself, not to glue them back into the person you once were, but to create someone new, someone wiser, someone stronger. For you cannot go back, you can only go forward. When you rebuild, you will notice something: you no longer crave the things that once distracted you. You no longer bow to the opinions that once imprisoned you. You no longer chase the shallow applause of others. Because the breaking taught you that peace is greater than popularity, truth is greater than approval, and love, real love, is greater than anything else. Beloved, breaking teaches wisdom. The broken heart teaches you compassion. The broken dream teaches you resilience. The broken friendship teaches you discernment. The broken season teaches you patience. Every scar becomes a teacher. Every wound becomes a reminder that you survived. And here is the most beautiful truth of all: you are destined to rise. No storm lasts forever. No night refuses to end. No wound is beyond healing. The fact that you are still breathing means your story is not finished. The fact that you are still here means your strength is greater than your struggle. So when life breaks you, let it. Cry if you must. Rest if you must. But do not surrender. For this breaking is not to destroy you, it is to deliver you. It is not to bury you, it is to plant you. And just like a seed buried in the soil, you will rise again, stronger, brighter, more alive than ever before. One day you will look back at this season and you will not curse it, you will whisper, thank you. For it taught you that your power was never in what you lost, but in what you gained. It taught you that brokenness was not your enemy, but your doorway to transformation. Beloved, life will break you, but you, my friend, will rise, not in spite of the breaking, but because of it. And when you rise, walk gently, for you will carry the wisdom of the storm, and you will know that no broken soul is ever beyond healing. Beloved, there are moments in life that feel like the end, moments when the weight of loss, disappointment, or failure crushes so heavily upon the spirit that you wonder if you will ever stand again. It feels like your dreams have shattered, like your hope is cracked, like your very being has splintered into pieces too small to gather. And in those moments, the temptation is to believe the lie that brokenness means finality, that because you're broken, you are finished, that because your heart aches, it cannot beat again, that because the plan failed, there is no path forward. But beloved, let me remind you, being broken does not mean being finished. Breaking is not the conclusion of your story. It is the place where transformation begins. Consider the seed. On the outside, it is whole, hard, and small, but the life within it cannot emerge until the shell breaks. The breaking feels like destruction, but it is creation. What looks like the end of the seed is the birth of the root. What looks like a shattering is actually an awakening. So it is with you. When life cracks you open, it is not robbing you of your worth. It is revealing what was hidden inside. When your plans collapse, it is not always punishment, but preparation for something greater. When your heart breaks, it is not a sign that love has died forever, but that your spirit is being expanded to receive more than you imagined. Yes, beloved, the breaking hurts. There is no denying the pain of it. Tears may blur your vision. Silence may echo louder than words. Loneliness may wrap itself around you like a heavy cloak. But let me tell you, you are not finished. Being broken means you are in process. It means you are being reshaped, remolded, refined. Fire may burn, but it also purifies. Pressure may weed, but it also forms diamonds. Breaking may wound, but it also awakens. Think of the butterfly. The caterpillar must surrender itself, dissolve completely, and allow its form to be undone. To the naked eye, it looks like death, like an ending. But inside the cocoon, transformation is taking place. Wings are forming, colors are being painted, freedom is being prepared. What looks like the breaking of the caterpillar is actually the birthing of the butterfly. Your life works the same. Beloved, your broken moments are not a grave, they are a womb. They are not the final chapter. They are the turning of the page. They are not a burial. They are a planting. And what is planted in time will rise again. You may look at your scars and think they tell the story of your ending. But scars are not signs of defeat. They are evidence of healing. They whisper the world that though you were wounded, you endured. And though you were struck down, you rose again. Though you were broken, you refused to remain shattered. Being broken teaches you what comfort never could. It teaches you compassion for others who suffer. It teaches you resilience when the winds of life blow hard. It teaches you that strength is not in never falling, but in rising again and again. Do not despise your breaking, beloved. Do not rush to hide it or cover it with false smiles. Sit with it, learn from it, and let it teach you. Because there will come a day when you will look back at the moment you thought was your ending, and you will realize it was your beginning. Every ending births a new beginning. Every night is followed by dawn. Every winter makes way for spring, and every breaking clears space for rebuilding. So when life breaks you, do not lose hope. Your story is not over. The pen has not stopped writing. The author has not finished the book. The pain you feel today will become the wisdom you carry tomorrow. The tears you cry now will water the soil of your future joy. The ashes of your breaking will become the ground from which you rise stronger, clearer, and more alive. Beloved, broken does not mean finished. Broken means becoming. And when you rise, you will not be the same as you were before. You will be wiser. You will be softer, yet stronger in soul. You will know the value of peace, the gift of love, the treasure of time. You will stand taller, not because life spared you, but because life shaped you. So hold on, breathe, trust the process. Remember, the breaking is not to destroy you, but to transform you. It is not your enemy. It is your teacher. And when the day comes that you emerge from the breaking, you will no longer just survive, you will shine. For you will know deep in your bones that being broken never meant being finished. It always meant that you were becoming whole in a new way. Will rise, for your story is still unfolding. Beloved, as we come to the end of this reflection, let me remind you once more, your brokenness is not your ending. It may feel final, it may feel permanent, it may feel like the world has stopped turning, but life does not end in fragments. Life continues in pieces, even in silence, even in the age of being undone. Too often, we mistake breaking for failure. We think that if the marriage ends, then so does our worth. We believe that if the dream crumbles, then so does our future. We imagine that if the heart is shattered, then love will never come again. But this is not the truth. The truth is that breaking clears away what could not last so that something greater might be built in its place. Yes, beloved, breaking is painful, but breaking is also fertile. The soil of your sorrow is the very ground in which hope will grow again. Think of the farmer. Before new seeds can be planted, the old soil must be tilled. The earth must be broken. The hard ground must be turned over, even disturbed, so that fresh life can take root. The breaking of the soil is not the end of the field. It is the preparation for abundance. And so it is with you. When life breaks you, it is not burying you, it is planting you. Planting is a process hidden in darkness. The seed does not see the sun when it is buried. It does not hear applause when it begins to push through the soil. It lies in stillness, in silence, in secrecy. And yet beneath the weight of the earth, it is expanding, growing, preparing. One day, without warning, it bursts forth into the light. Beloved, do not mistake your season of hiddenness as an ending. It is preparation for emergence. What feels like the silence of the grave is often the quiet of the womb. Something new is forming in you. Something greater is on its way. Yes, the breaking may strip you of things you once thought essential. Friends may leave, opportunities may vanish, certainties may collapse. But understand this, not everything that falls away was meant to stay. Sometimes the breaking removes what was too small for you, too fragile for your destiny, too shallow for the depths of who you are becoming. If you were never broken, you might never see your true strength. If you were never undone, you might never discover your deeper wisdom. If you were never cracked open, the light that shines through you would remain hidden. Beloved, brokenness is not the end. It is the doorway to your becoming. Look at the mountain shaped by storms, the shoreline carved by waves, the diamond formed under unimaginable pressure. None of these would exist in their beauty or brilliance without the force that broke them, shaped them, or pressed them. Too is it with the human spirit. Without the breaking, there can be no revealing. Without the storm, there can be no clearing. Without the pain, there can be no depth. And here lies the gift, and once you rise from your breaking, and you will rise, you will never be the same. You will walk with new vision, seeing the world with compassion born from your own suffering. You will speak with gentleness, understanding that every soul you meet is fighting unseen battles. You will stand with courage because you know that if you could survive the storm, you can face any wind that blows against you. Beloved, this is why I say with certainty your brokenness is not your ending. It is your transformation. It is your passage into a deeper, true version of yourself. But here is what you must dog. Do not resist the process to despise the breaking. Do not cling to what was when life is pulling you toward what can be. Trust the breaking. Trust the silence, the slow sacred work of becoming. For even now, while you feel like fragments, you are being reassembled into something whole. Even now, while you feel like ashes, you are being refined into something pure. Even now, while you feel like you have lost everything, you are being prepared for a gain beyond measure. Beloved, hold on. Breathe. Be patient with yourself. Healing is not a race. Growth is not rushed. Transformation does not happen in haste. It takes time. Just as the dawn does not come in a single stroke of light, but gradually, tenderly, faithfully, so too will your rising come in its season. Do not let despair lie to you. Despair will tell you that you are finished. Hope will whisper that you are only beginning. Despair will convince you that you are ruined. Hope will remind you that you are being rebuilt. Despair will point to the pieces on the floor. Hope will point to the masterpiece in progress. Choose hope, beloved. Choose the quiet, steady belief that even now, in your brokenness, something good is forming. And when you finally rise, and you will rise not as who you once were, but as who you were always meant to be, stronger, softer, wiser, brighter. And you will look at your scars not with shame, but with gratitude, because you will know that they are not proof of your ending, but evidence of your becoming. So go on, beloved. Do not fear the breaking. Welcome the lesson it brings. Trust the process it begins. And remember always, being broken does not mean being finished. It means you are being transformed. You are not the seed that remains hard and closed. You are the seed that breaks and grows. You are not the clay left unshaped. You are the clay pressed and fired into strength. You are not the caterpillar clinging to old ways. You are the butterfly being born from the cocoon. This is your story. This is your promise. This is your truth. Brokenness is not your defeat. It is your rebirth. It is not your conclusion. It is your continuation. It is not your ruin. It is your rising. And beloved, when you rise, and rise you surely will, may the world bear witness to the beauty that was only possible because you were once broken.